Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a combination of the FanFest activities that you can look forward to either today or tomorrow, depending on where you're geographically located. And because I know I'm a little bit late on this video, as well as my thoughts. I'm also having Neymett here as a part of this, and we're kind of making it, I don't want to really call it podcasty, but kind of podcasty. And so this is actually going to be his first FanFest as a Final Fantasy XIV player. He has come over since, when was it? Last March, right?
Yeah, March 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been here for a little while, and so this is still your first fan fest, and so it's super exciting. Honestly, I've always watched it from the sidelines, and like digitally, I've never had the privilege to be able to go to it, but it's always fascinating to see what comes out. Like, I remember the Tsukiyomi cosplay, for instance, that is legendary, but there's just also so many other things, as well as you like could see like the Eorzea Cafe pictures. Those always come out, and those are brilliant. But basically there's just so much to look forward to at a fan fest. Final Fantasy XIV really does pull out all the stops, and it's a shame that the world's in the state that it's in, but regardless, I'm happy to see that the team has persisted and has moved to do it on a digital format. I'm really happy about that, because it would have been such a shame if we didn't get it. So yeah, do you what are your thoughts,
Yeah,
just preliminary, before
exactly.
we get into it?
I'm super glad they're still doing it this year because honestly, like I haven't seen it, before, but like I'm excited to, be able to watch it and just see what directions they're going to take the game. I love
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy. It's Final Fantasy 14 is an amazing MMO. I've only been playing it for a year, and yeah, I'm really excited to see where they're going to take the game. Like what the new classes, all this kind of stuff. So
Absolutely, and that's something that I really resonate with, because it's like, why did I get into the quote unquote content creation sphere of this? Like, I still don't know what to even call myself. I mean, I personally go by like mess, but it's just like I got into this and started making videos really because I love this community. I love the development team. I love the passion that the developers show. This is something that I mean, I don't get from other games. It's just like this raw level of passion and this enthusiasm. It's just like Yoshi-P walks out onto the stage and it's literally like a rock star. And I'm like, I, I don't think I've ever seen a game developer do that. It's just like, it's just incredible. It's incredible. The entire team, Yoshi-P and the entire team from top to bottom, everyone involved, this passion just radiates, and it's so refreshing. It makes it so easy to be a creator of for this game. It's just like the passion's so easy. It's intoxicating. It's amazing.
yeah, I know you can really tell like just even some videos you showed me at the fan fest last year you got me to watch, like you can tell they love what they do and they're passionate about it.
Yeah, from that big pause, I take it that you're looking up some pictures. Gosh, I can't wait until you're actually in the same room for these. Hopefully, that's gonna be soon. But like, man,
Yeah,
oh
it'll make it
man,
easier.
it's gonna be so incredible. Like, I mean, the fan fest is gonna be so incredible, but like also like the podcast, obviously. I'm just really looking
Yes.
forward to this, because it's just like I also now am very blessed to have a platform to where I can actually like speak my mind on things. It's kind of crazy. But I guess that being said, today's video is really just like a primer of like what we're gonna see during the fan fest, and kind of our thoughts, like what we want to see from it, our really big hopes. And so we're actually just gonna be going off of the timetable of it and going through all the events one by one. Do you have anything else you want to say before we start?
Yeah, no, let's get going.
Perfect. So keynote address, I think that this is gonna be, I I don't, I want to say like I'm excited for everything, but when push comes to shove, if I had to pick like three of my top things that my eyes are like glued on, keynote address is like number one, because I need to see more about the sage. I need to see more about the necromancer. I need these details. It's just like, and I might be wrong in 24 hours from when I post this video. It's like, ha ha ha, it's not a necromancer, fools. And I'm totally open to that. But currently, my bet, as I'm gonna maybe get a video out tonight as well on, is that's gonna be the necromancer. I'm looking forward to maybe even seeing a skill showcase. We'd never know. Development has been pushed back, and we know that it's not going to be released until the fall. We're probably going to be getting a announcement date of what we're going to be actually seeing for the release date for the expansion. We might be getting hints at the topic of the Lance raid. I don't think any details. We might get a little bit more details on Pandemonium, which is going to be the Savage raids, where they already said we're going to be going back to kind of our roots on the first and really seeing like what exactly unsolved mysteries we have here, which instantly coming to my mind, although this is going to get into our next point, I'm wondering about Void Ark. Mach. I'm wondering about how Alexander, what's powering that? How did the Heart of Sabik get there? What is, like, there are so many unanswered questions, and so I am super curious on this. Obviously, other things that I'm keeping my eyes out for the keynote address is, like, female Rothgar, male Vieira. It's interesting because when I look at this webpage, for the keynote address, it, interestingly enough, has Vieira and Rothgar here. Only males playable, only females playable. I mean, we know Yoshi-p likes to be a little trolly, a little clever on how he delivers it. Like, he places the hints, right? Mind you, you might not know, but like he gives the hints in like his t-shirts and that. Like he likes to play a little bit with the player base, and I might be getting my hopes up, but you know what? They are getting up there because I'm seeing this with male and female, only females, only males playable on the keynote address, and I'm like, someone had to choose this image. Someone had to choose this at the end of the day, so
yeah,
that's my opinion.
I don't know. It might have just been that was like the big thing, you know, at last year's Fanfest, right?
Oh god, there were so many things. I don't think that this was the biggest. I actually don't think this was the biggest. No,
this would have been before Shadowbringers.
This was for Shadowbringers.
Yeah.
So I don't think that this was the biggest.
I'm just really excited to see like what the new class will be. So like, I'll be really surprised if it's not like Necromancer or some death related thing, because like honestly, Yoshi-p loves to go out, you know, wearing, you know, all those metal shirts. He's been wearing those, but like the Grim Reaper on the one with like the scythe. So that's a hint. That's got to be intentional.
It's got
maybe not.
I mean, I think the scythe might be overt. It might not be a scythe at all, but when you look at the band's songs, there are so many songs. Mind you, I'm spoilerizing a different video that I'm gonna launch, but there's so many references to death, to decay, to rot, to living, to death, and other words that I don't want to say on this channel because I don't want to get demonetized, but those are the song names from some of the bands, and I'm like, oh wow, this little it's very necromancery, a lot of these song titles, or like their roots of some of the bands. It's very necromancery, so I'd be shocked.
See, so you don't think it's Beastmaster, eh?
I wish it was Beastmaster, dude. You know I'd wish it was, but I just don't see it. But we'll go on a tangent in this video, and I don't wanna go on that tangent in this video.
No,
be here
exactly.
For literally like 3 hours.
I know.
But
yeah, what else do I want to see in that? I guess what the new area is, maybe something, you know, about the like the new island, because like the housing system is something that like I found really frustrating. So maybe if you had like instant housing on that island, that'd be really cool to see, get something like that.
See, I know nothing about that. Exactly.
Yeah. So that's what I want to know.
It reminds me of Animal Crossing. It really reminds me of Animal Crossing a lot, and that's not a game that I've actually like delved too much into, but it's always been a game that I'm like, this could actually be really interesting in like a greater context. And so it's like you're exploring like an uncharted island, you're like cultivating it, you can have your minions active, and I mean, I'm all for that. I think that would be fun. Ultimately, I think one of the things that Final Fantasy XIV knocks out of the park is like, yes, you have your raiding. Yes, you have like your relic grinds, but you know what? You also have the crafting. You also have the housing, and now I think adding a new system on top of that, I really think it's what makes the game immersive. It makes it a world rather than just a raid and Mythic Plus simulator.
No,
he's munching on something. Okay, that's why he was silent. Okay, he's eating something. Stop.
Shaming me. Name and shame. Awful.
Well, I mean, there's these super awkward pauses, and I'm like, why?
Okay. But yes, yeah, no, I'm also very excited for that. It's something new other than just, you know, the raids, so.
And I think that it's always good to add more content, because I also think that it's also content that we don't see. It's just like in World of Warcraft, you had the like garrison system, which I've heard only legends of, really, and I think that was yeah, but I think it was an interesting thing, but they just never went forward to it. And it's like right now it's like you have your Mythic Plus, you have your raids, and they're really good. Like, the raid design is good. Like, the Mythic raid design is really, really, really solid. But,
Like the thing with the garrison was it just never had really any options, and there's kind of instance just to use. So you couldn't really get like I don't think you get I don't think you could get more than like 5 people in there. I could be
yeah,
wrong
which
though.
I really think they should have fleshed out, because it's just like, I think that we're gonna be pleasantly surprised, because the Final Fantasy XIV devs don't they don't hold back the punches on their design. I have been completely impressed each and every single time. Each and every single time. Yeah, I'm just thoroughly impressed, and I look forward to it. It's like, even the retainer system is as simple as one could say the retainer system really is. They went all the way with the design on sending them out to different things, gearing them out, being their own item level, being able to get special rewards. I think that we're going to be pleasantly surprised, honestly, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be really interesting to just to see what exactly they're adding and just have some clarity here, so there'd be less speculation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and I think that'll be really healthy. I think that that's all for keynote address. I mean, obviously, I want to get a skills showcase. We'll see if we get that. It might be a little too early still, as some people indicated in the comments. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I want to see more Sage. I want to see what Scholar's Toolkit is. I desperately want to see that, but that's all for me on the keynote address, at least.
Yeah, same. Like I don't really have anything else to add. I think we can probably move on to the next section.
Perfect. So we're gonna do it to How Do You Like Hydaelyn, which is gonna be kind of like the developers talking about the world of Final Fantasy XIV, which I am so many questions about Hydaelyn. I mean, I kind of leaked it in the keynote address, but it's like, okay, explain the Void Arc to me. Explain the Void to me. Explain how the dragons, the Mercidian dragons, like, actually got here. What are these other worlds? How many other worlds are there? I mean, when I say that, I mean, like, the dragons originally came from a different planet. It's just like, how is that in correlation with the stars? Like, we went on to obviously a different star in order to save it, and then we came back to ours. Like, those are two different ones. The calamities are putting them together. How do the dragons map into all of this? That has been a massively unanswered question. Is that something that we can expect, like, a future calamity from? How did they travel it? It's been a question that's really been on my mind since Stormblood, and no one has answered it. So I don't even know if they'll bring it up, because this might be a larger plot line that they're gonna do, even maybe an Endwalker a little bit. But it's like, I want these answers, because it's just like, when you look at the final days, it's just like, theoretically, what was stopping them from moving to a different planet? And then we see us going on to the moon, and then I'm like, I have many questions. Sorry,
Yeah, no,
I went
especially
down
when
that
they
rabbit
when
hole.
especially with the dragons being immortal. Like why wouldn't they try to go somewhere else? Why couldn't they figure that out?
Well, I don't think
And yeah, maybe
dragons
they will.
existed back during, like, the before the Sundering.
Okay, but yeah. Anyhow, they did like recently. Just like we had the quest line with Tiamat, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Pagelthad recently, and they talked about her and talked about Bahamut. So maybe yeah, maybe they'll do something with that. Who knows?
I think that it could be really, really cool, and really seeing, like, where that goes. But I mean, outside of that, how do you like Hydaelyn? And with questions about the world, it's like, just going through even like Thanaland, there are so many nooks, crannies, doors that we've never looked past, that look like they're going into clear direction, like an open field or a different area. And I'm like, where did these go? There's always, and they've been there since, like, A Realm Reborn, and it's just been unanswered things. So I'm curious. How about you?
Yeah, no, it's going to be really interesting to see like what exactly they do. There's so many areas like that. I wonder if they. I feel like I've seen something like that in almost every MMO, and I think it's just like an artifact of development. That like, oh, maybe we'll do something here, and then they decide not to, and then you just have some random door in the world that sits there for 10 years.
God.
But yeah, it
Fair.
might be interesting to see where things are going.
Yeah, and I.
The other thing is we're going to see Garlemwald, aren't we? They're going to add a zone there, so that'll be cool to know
In
more about that.
Endwalker, we're seeing that, and the art that we've seen is like complete devastation. So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so that will be. And what other zones are they going to add?
Oh God, so
Yeah, I
many
don't know.
that like we've already seen like Thavanair maps. There's just gonna be a ton. They've spoilerized us a little bit.
Yeah, they gotta have something that's really bright with like nice colors so we can take
They
like
do.
cheapo screenshots. That's the main
They
thing.
do.
Yeah,
Can't
like the
remember the name of it, but
like Ilmig, like you've taken screenshots of by like the
yeah, they
cathedral
have
there.
something like
Bright
that.
colors, nice.
God, I need to show you the art
Is it
after
a
we're done
castle or
here.
yeah, I think it's a castle. It's not a cathedral.
Mm,
You know what I mean,
I
though.
need to show you the screenshots because in Endwalker they teased a new map that's very bright.
Okay, sweet.
But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that.
Yeah, same. Like, it'll just be really interesting to have them just explain more about the lore.
Hmm.
I'd also like to know more about like where the Rothgars were from, and like
No.
there's not a lot about their lore.
Honestly, I'd love if there was like more female Rothgar. I think that that would be a hugely appealing thing to so many different players.
Okay, yeah, like, exactly. Like, yeah, isn't like the whole thing like there's like a queen that all the Rothgars serve, like all the Hellions, but you just never hear anything about where she is or anything about
Hmm.
that at all. So,
Nothing at all, which is a shame.
so they could really expand that. And, yeah,
Hmm. I think that that'd be cool. But yeah, that's my
exactly.
thoughts on the how do you like Highland side of things.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I have. It should be interesting to learn more about the world and the lore there.
Hmm. And now to the development panel, which honestly, I don't know how much Neymett is going to be interested in this, but this is actually a very interesting panel to me because software development has been something that I have picked up in recent years and have done a bit. And so, my god, the amount of questions that I could ask are like infinite. Like, how are you handling the scaling of the systems? How did you manage to like move from like original like 1.0 to Realm Reborn? And then how are you making the systems on top of that? Or how do mathematical formulas like pet Ponzi scaling work? Like, what are the actual mechanisms behind the code? Like, I have so many questions on this, especially because, like, you've seen my website with, like, just the theory crafting section. Like, I have questions. They would never take them, which I totally respect. Why? But
No, exactly. The one thing I'd like to know, the one question I'd have for the dev team is like, okay, so many other like MMOs, right? They have all the North American, European, or like Asian servers all together, and they don't have multiple data centers. They'll just have all the servers and they're all together. So I'm like wondering, like, technically, why did it take so long to implement data center travel, and like why was that a technical issue? It'd just be interesting to know why that is.
hmm, I think that that would be very interesting to find out. Um, Ultimately, I'm not 100% sure at all. Like, I mean, that's probably like just data, like exchanging like character data and it just being very large because you need to remember a character has a lot of data to it because you have in a single inventory so many items, and then you also have like the specific character datas of like God, FC, the channels, the past text, so many different
Yeah.
aspects to that character that it's just like transferring that over. I can see that being an extremely big technical limitation. But I mean, I don't know how any of that works from the internal, so I could be completely talking out of thin air. Very possible, and I fully acknowledge it. But that's why I'd want to talk more about the dev stuff and like learn more about the dev panel because I'm like, that could be really cool. Like, I
Yeah,
want to
no,
know this stuff.
yeah, I agree. It'd be very interesting to learn, just more about how these things work.
Hmm. To me, I find it fascinating. I find it really fascinating. Do you want to talk about Welcome to Naoki's room? And so this is going to be Yoshi-p basically taking over special guests over to chat. And so we currently have Toshio Murochi. I really hope that I am not pronouncing that poorly. My apologies, my sincere apologies if I am. I butcher English words. It's difficult, like Sakor or what was the other one that I was messing up? Piety,
Yeah, or as everyone likely knows,
dr.
delivery. Yeah,
No, I don't even say
Del-
it. I don't even try.
DR. Okay,
I don't even say it.
okay.
I actually
Oh,
try
fair,
and
fair.
pronounce
Yeah,
things as well as I can, but sometimes it's difficult. But it's interesting because they also got Kemiki Ryunosuke. Apologies if I sincere apologies if I pronounce that wrong, who is going to be an actor. I think that that's going to be interesting, and just having the chat and like having that moment with like all the actors. I'm gonna be honest though, I am not super familiar with actors, and I mean that even like North American actors. Like I don't actually watch that much movies and TV. When it comes to like who do I watch, it's actually usually YouTubers, which I mean might sound biased. It's not intentional to be biased. It's like I don't know, but I don't know how much I'm going to understand from this.
Yeah, I honestly don't think I'll understand too much, at least not until after the event, because it says here that it's going to be hosted in Japanese without any sort of English subtitling or
Oh yeah, but we're
interpreters. So.
gonna be getting people to translate it probably actively on Discord servers.
Oh,
Like that's not gonna be
oh,
a
problem.
problem. That's not
Oh,
gonna be a
okay.
problem. I just think that I just think that I'm so disconnected from any actors, North American or anything. I just don't know what is gonna happen here. Like I don't know, like are they Final Fantasy 14 players? That could be interesting if they are, because then they could give like a glance into their life and how they really incorporate the game in that, which is always interesting.
I know exactly. It's always interesting to like hear just the perspectives of different players about the game and
Hmm.
exactly the things that they value and just think about where the game is, why we play it and what we like about it. So
Hmm. I think that that could be really cool. So that's going to be definitely something to keep out your eyes for. Now, do you... I lost my thing on the page. Ah, yeah, piano
oh,
performance. Okay, piano performance. That is going to be amazing. Everything
I love
about
the
the
music.
OST in this game is ridiculously good. Like, this OST, I think, has to be one of the best game OSTs I have ever heard. And I mean, I'm not just saying that because I do like little YouTube videos on it. Like, I literally do the videos because I like it so much, and oh my god, the OST is breathtaking. It's just like even the covers. It's like Husky by the Geek did like a recent cover, and I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. Mind you, he's done so many covers of 14 songs that it's like the piano performance is going to be stellar. It's going to be absolutely something to look out for. I don't really have much more to say than that. I think it's going to be stellar.
Oh no, absolutely. Final Fantasy has some of the best music of any sort of game series, and I believe his name is Masayoshi Soken. I might be mispronouncing that, but he's the composer, and he just always does an excellent job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's, oh my god, I know the name. Darn it! I just Soken
Soken, yeah.
is now also producing music. That. Sorry, it's so late at night right now, guys, that my brain is like, where's the caffeine? But yeah, oh my god, both of them are so talented, like peerless. Like the musical talent, the musical genius is like, I genuinely, how to say it, a lot of games I turn off the music. Final Fantasy 14 is absolutely not one of them. That's what I'll say. It's so good, honestly. I love it so
Dude,
much.
Papaya song is amazing. It's the best. Every now and again, I
Papaya,
just drive to work while
ba
listening
na
to the
na na
Papaya
na
song.
na na,
It's amazing.
papaya,
Papaya,
ba ba ba
na 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 na.
papaya.
It's the best. Doesn't get any better than that.
It's legendary. It's gonna be stuck in my head forever.
Oh, absolutely.
It
Every
will
time I
haunt
see
my
like an Easter,
nightmares.
every time I see an Easter egg, immediately papaya.
Okay, it is actually iconic. I need to make like a short on it. Papaya.
You should. You should.
I'm so
You should be like
stupid.
when
I'm
you
so sorry.
they're like when a Final Fantasy, it's like what your brain does when a Final Fantasy 14 player sees eggs in the store.
Oh my god,
Papaya.
yes.
Da, 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 da.
Oh,
Okay.
it's so true though. I mean, who's gonna
Yeah. They're,
disagree with that? That's
okay.
not.
Okay. They're okay. But all kidding aside, the soundtrack of almost every expansion is just beautiful.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's just like you were telling me. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say this, but you were like in World of Warcraft. You're like, I turn off the music, and then 14, you actually listen.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that's
think
not
it's
saying World of
better.
Warcraft's music is bad, but that's just how good 14's music is, because usually, at least I can speak for myself, I find like music distracting and I'd rather have like YouTube in the background. But it's like
Yeah,
with
or
14,
Spotify or something.
oh my god, even Boja, oh my god. Just going even into Boja, which we just ran, it's just like I've ran that so many times and I still love the music just with like the percussion and like, oh, I love it. but we have fangirled enough about music. We need to move on.
Yeah,
People,
exactly.
people have absolutely by this point clicked off of the video and been like, yeah, shut up. So we're gonna get into day 2, which is gonna have more events. And so letter from the producer live part LXIV. Heaven help me, I cannot translate it. I do not know. It's like 56. I don't even know. We are way up there though. But basically this is going to be like yoshi-p probably going over like all of the details about like 5.55. So and probably actually the data center transfers as well. So
Yeah,
that'll
so
be actually really cool.
LXIV is 64, and I totally knew that, and I did not use Google for that. I just have a really big brain. But yes, I'm very excited to see this and hear
So
about
like
data
L
center
is
travel.
like 50. That makes sense.
Yes.
Because I see the XIV, so I'm like 14, so that's 50, 14. Makes sense.
Yes. Exactly.
Goodness. Yeah, I'm honestly just super looking forward to like hearing more details about like the Rothgar land and like the relic weapon, what we're gonna see for that. As well as more of the story, because we have currently seen a lot of story up to like Xenos throwing a katana at Asahi's head, and then like Xenos going to a weapon that apparently wasn't even there. We had some of our super sleuths in the community look up, and apparently there wasn't even a weapon, and we're like, rats. But like I'm so curious to see more, and I have the feeling that this live letter is going to deliver so much goodness. I'm excited for it, honestly. New map for the Bozjan Southern Front, new weapons, new adventures. Ugh, I love it.
Yeah, I want to know more about those relic weapons because, yeah, I love them. They're yeah, we've talked about them before, and yeah, everyone knows we love our
Insert
relic
fangirling.
Yeah, exactly.
So the next one is the Glamour to Life Showcase, which is going to be a lot of cosplay, and it's like I love that the image is like this cute little cactar. Well, I guess massive, big cactar that would probably scare the bejesus out of me in real life. And then, I mean, obviously, like Tsukiyomi's cosplay is legendary through the community. We have had actually so many amazing, so talented cosplay artists in our community. I think that this is definitely something to look out for. If I don't catch it live, just because like life is so hectic for me in like real life lately, I am absolutely gonna be like tuning in just to like get like the recap of like all the images, because oh my god, I am looking forward to that like crazy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely really fun to see like the crazy kind of like costumes people make up and how they do all that. Like that cactuar is pretty sick. That would have taken so much effort to make.
Oh my god, the effort that they put in is huge. It's huge. And I think the
Maybe we'll
payoff
get
is
some more
there.
memes.
What?
Maybe we'll get some more memes like the Tsukiyomi Yoshi-p thing.
Oh my god, no.
You showed me that was hilarious. Anyhow.
That was brilliant. That went down in history. That went down in
did.
Final Fantasy 14 history. That was so good.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So the live Q&A is next, which is right after it, and I'm really hoping that I'm gonna be able to tune into this. If not, I and like that's one of the things is it's just like I don't know if on that Saturday night I'm gonna be able to like see all this, just because there's so much going on. The live Q&A. So basically what that is like questions from the community, and I mean I have asked mine, which in no I don't know. Do I want to say them in order of importance? Because I'd be like, first of all, we need male glute enhancing glamours.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And you need to make the Peloton breaches of healing dyeable. That's
Oh my
a
god, yes.
priority.
Oh, okay,
Exactly.
like Peloton breaches of healing, please make them dyeable. They are so good. They are actually so good. The cut, oh, perfect, beautiful model. But I'm also seriously looking forward to questions on healers DPS rotations. I'm also looking forward to questions on do the developers, which I mean I didn't ask a question because I'm a complete coward. Cole's the cowardly lion. But I am so cowardly that I literally didn't ask it. But I literally wonder if the developers have any plans or could like figure out a way to like, of course they could, but like if they would like ever want to approach healing through dealing damage, something like Disciplined Priest from World of Warcraft, where they apply atonement buff to someone, then they start whacking something, then that heals the targets with atonement, or if maybe that could be like certain abilities, like we already have the form of that through like Nascent Flash for the warrior, or Bloodbath for any melee DPS. So I'd be really curious to see that. Overall, I'm also really curious in what direction they really want to take the Scholar in, because we've seen expansion after expansion, a big set of changes. Like in the recent expansion, like the way that the various control was completely changed. So I am actually very interested to see those questions. Of course, I don't know if those are going to be answered, but those are my hopefuls. How about for you?
Yeah, so I'd also like to ask, about the healers. So they're trying to do, pure versus barrier healers. So my main question would be like, what are you going to do then so that you don't have, white mages competing like crazy with like astrologians? So you can make them so that like they're both compatible in a party, right? Because right now, if astrologian doesn't have barrier and they're doing it would be the diurnal sect, they have regen, which doesn't stack with the white mage's regen. So that's a problem if you're running
I
those
know the
in
regen
your
stack, you're wrong.
Do
The
they?
regen stack, oh my god, absolutely. The only reason they do that is because it's better to have like the shields with the pure heals. But the problem is
Okay.
most fights aren't that way. Most fights, it's just like a lot of people are, especially like, I mean, I'm gonna be a little shady here. I'm not naming names, but you have been healing various
Mm-hmm.
diamond groups, and sometimes you have a real struggle because you're with a scholar or an Aston shield stance, and they are just not helping you heal. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, ooh, this is rough. And so, really, the reputation through the community has been for anything minus the most difficult savage fights or ultimate fights, obviously, that just a regen healer, even two of them, is easier to recover from. And so it's like even now in some parties you will see a diurnal ast with a white mage, completely no shields, just because it's just more HP throughput, and they're just like, why would I bother putting shields if we don't need the shields and you're going to survive anyhow and we can recover easier. So the things that don't stack though is shields. That is nightmare fuel. I mean, you have like exceptions within the kit, like Ast can have, what is it called? Like the collective unconscious. Oh my god, sorry, these are such similar names. I know it where it is on my bar. It's like the 5 key. The 5 key on Ast stacks with the other shields of Ast, or like Consolation from Seraph stacks with like deployment tactics Adlo. Like those shields stack, but between Ast and Scholar, whichever shield's bigger is going to overwrite the other, which makes it very painful.
Hmm.
So I mean, kind of to
Okay. Well, yeah, it'll just be interesting to like hear how they plan to make them feel different than if they're just two regen healers.
I think that that's mostly going to come down to like the white mage having like more personal DPS and then cards. But I do agree with you. I'm curious to see like what they're looking at to really diversify the healers, because it's like, or how to even say it, like to even make it so that we don't currently have as much of a problem as we do right now, where people are just like, why do we need a shield for like diamond weapon extreme? You don't, because there's not enough spike of damage as long as you're healing properly and like pre-casting and getting the heals off at the same time as the AoE's coming out. You don't really need that because your team's HP is not going to spike that low. Obviously, it is easier on everyone's heart if everyone's HP gets a little bit of a shield and you're not dropped right down, but you don't need
I
that.
know. I certainly love it when I'm playing, my white mage with you and you're on your scholar and you're shielding people.
Yeah, because all of the damage just comes in smoother, which I think is important, but you could also
Exactly.
argue like, is that necessary? And the answer is like, no, it's
No.
not.
Okay.
But
That's good to know though. I was so sure that they didn't stack because people got so aggro on me for playing Diurnal Sect when I was in groups with white mages.
why would they
So
get
that's good to
aggro?
know.
That's shocking. I usually hear like people just be fine with that because they're just like, why do we
Yeah.
need to shield anyhow?
They
But
were
you
just
will
like, no, go knocked, go knocked. I'm like, okay. But yeah,
I mean, I can see why. Like, that's what people are supposed to say, but what I've noticed a lot lately is unless the fight demands it, they're just going full diurnal. But yeah,
fair,
we
fair.
have talked now about healers for far too long, and definitely
Yeah,
people have clicked off
time
at this point. Props
time
to
to move
anyone who
on. Yeah,
sticks on.
exactly.
So, flashback with the cast is going to be asking the voice actors questions and like just like reliving like the moments of like what they really did and like the key moments from the game. And so I think that this is going to be very interesting. They have a bunch of like actors involved in here, and I think that this is actually going to be very interesting. Key moments in the game, I think that it's going to be interesting because it's like just you're getting a different perspective into things, because I think one thing that a lot of people don't appreciate in voice acting is like you need to really feel that emotion, because how do you convey something through voice? It's it's definitely a very important and very powerful message that you need to convey. And so I'm actually curious to see what they needed to do to like really live those moments and breathe life into them.
Yeah, and it'll just be interesting to hear, a little bit of behind the scenes, right, of the people that were like, I guess, acting the characters and kind of taking part in that, and just learn a little bit more about, I guess that and the challenges that they faced in,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, voice acting the roles. It's always interesting to see a little bit of behind the scenes,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
even though I wonder, is it going to be just the Japanese voice actors, or are there going to be some of the
That's what I looked at. That's what I
English
was
ones
just
too?
looking at. I believe that
Yeah,
it's only going to be the Japanese voice actors, which
yeah.
I think. Oh, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love them. Nothing wrong with that. But I also feel kind of sad because our English voice actors, oh my god, they kick some butt too. Like, I mean, people are like subs versus dubs or whatever, but like, seriously, our English voice actors also deliver. Like, oh my god, voice actors for this game, whether it's Japanese or English, it's so amazing. Like, I've been thoroughly impressed. It's like I still remember back during Stormblood the pain that you could hear from Tsukiyomi's voice actors. Oh my god. I still remember it literally years later, as you can tell. Just beautiful voice acting, or like Alize's voice actors. Oh my god, like especially in the newer cutscenes. All I can say is like around the board, like I'm so impressed with the
Oh, yeah.
voice acting in this game. It's like this is not normal voice acting for games at all.
Especially Gaius' voice actor, the most iconic line in all of Final Fantasy. Such devastation was not my intention. What? What? You're laughing now. What? You don't agree? Very iconic.
Oh my
I
god,
mean,
you
there's a reason why I've listened to that line probably 2,000 times now in a year because it's so good.
it is
But
actually
yeah,
iconic. It's just like sloppy. Oh my god, I want to. I know what I want an interview with that voice actor. I do not know their name, but like, oh my god, I need the sloppy voice actors, like the one that said sloppy, like sloppy. I need that interview in my life, and I'm not even joking either. I would so tune in. I would watch that. I would subscribe to that. I'd love that interview. That would be giving me life. Sorry,
exactly.
I'm
It's
not even
amazing.
memeing it up. I would actually freaking love that, because that was like, I mean, for anyone who wasn't really there between Heaven's Ward and Stormblood expansions, oh, sloppy was like the meme everywhere. You could not avoid sloppy. Iconic.
Well,
That's
I,
iconic.
I only, it is. I only know about this because you told me about this, obviously. But
Yes,
yes,
because you're sloppy.
it's funny. Wow. Well, I never.
Oh god, how to move into the next one. Who wants to be a gillionaire? I'm broke. I mean, I bought an FC house and I furnished it myself. Especially because I don't want I mean, I've heard of FCs like taxing members, and I'm like, oh my god, I could never do that. Like, I'm gonna be like the quote unquote FC leader, whatever. Like, I don't believe in that whole leader nonsense. It's like you're there to make everyone happy as a quote unquote leader. Like, that's what I do, but it's just like I am broke. You know how broke I am. You saw how low my guild went. I bought the
I know.
larges. I furnished them all from top to bottom, and I had to craft most of the stuff too. And who wants to be a gillionaire? Oh my god. Why am I not here? Give me the guild. I'm so broke right now. I'd probably suck at some of the lore though, but I'd be. I mean, I've paid attention obviously to the lore, obviously, but it's just like there's some deep lore questions. It's just like if you look up like the triple triad card for Eros, like from the
Yes.
recent Shadowbringers, the Eros card, like those little lore bits are so fascinating, but I would suck as soon as they start asking those little lore bits, which they are so cool. Like for anyone who hasn't looked it up, look up the lore for like the Eros card. That is so cool. But I think that this will be interesting to see, like fun game trivia show. You know what, I'm always living for that. And you know what, some people that I definitely watch a lot are here, and so I'm definitely looking forward to that. It's just like seeing like Spoofy there is like so surreal to me. I'm just like, oh my god, yes, work. I love it. Obviously many more that I could name, but I'm getting off on a tangent there. I think that it's going to be so interesting to watch.
Yeah, it definitely will be, and honestly, then I'll be able to realize just how much of this game's lore and story I missed, despite playing it for over a year now. I'm sure there's going to be a bit.
You and I both. Honestly, there is a lot of replay value in going back and doing New Game Plus. I'm not gonna lie, I have been tempted to try that. I just have been so busy as of late that it's like, shoot.
Well, I mean, gives you experience. So technically, if you're done the whole story, you could use it to like
Everything's
level else,
leveled.
couldn't you?
Dude, I leveled everything like the first month. And then
I
everyone
know you did, but
downvoted
I
me on
have
Reddit saying that
so.
I was garbage. I'm like,
No.
sorry.
But
That's
but
actually
I
how
mean,
I got over
I
the
haven't.
breakup and the
Yeah.
layoff. That's why I leveled everything.
I guess anything to keep your mind like
Hmm.
occupied, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So, me, I can't go back and level.
No, I
But,
can though because yes, my melee DPS. You can tell I don't really like melee. They're all like level like 1, and then I have a level 50 samurai. It's pathetic.
it's challenging to play them. It is challenging. That's why I'm
Yeah.
looking at doing a little bit more samurai. I'm trying black mage. People voted for me to do black mage. It was like neck and neck. Oh lord, something, something ain't clicking. It's probably because I've been playing too much range DPS, and so it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this black mage is just not clicking. Now I need to be
Yeah.
going to samurai.
Well, black mage is just not my thing either. I mean, I started leveling it, and then yeah, it just wasn't my thing. So
I
I
feel like you need to be big
switched
brain
over
to
to
know
white mage.
like how to move with that, because like you need to like think 3 steps ahead, and I suck at that. Obviously, I thought I was good
Uh,
at it, but
I
black
think if you
mage is a whole
decided you
different
wanted to
level.
main it and you just only played that for like a few months, you'd get it. But definitely, I think that's a big learning curve.
Yeah, I agree with that. It definitely is super impressive. Anyone that's playing a black mage right now, I'm thoroughly impressed. Like I've played it in the past, but I've never like tried to optimize it, which is what I'm trying to do. Hold the optimizations. Ho ho ho.
All
Those
right.
are hardcore. But yeah, sorry, I'm going on a tangent.
Yeah. I don't know.
Band
I like my
perform.
red mage.
Red
So
mage is
what's its
comfy.
next? It
Band
is. I like
perform.
my mobility. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good. Each second cast, it is so good. As well as like the dash and the backflip, but band
Oh yes.
performance. I think we fangirled thoroughly for like 5 minutes on this.
On music, yeah. So I mean,
It's gonna be excellent.
yeah.
There's nothing more I can really say that I haven't already said thousands of times. It's excellent. Just the music from 14. I don't even think anything holds a candle to it right now. It's like there are some really good like soundtracks to games. Like I'm thinking like Ori and the Blind Forest, breathtaking, and Final Fantasy 14. Oh yeah, Near Automata, obviously, and Final Fantasy
I mean,
14. Like they are all
isn't the
breathtaking.
music from Nier produced by the same guy though that does all the music for 14?
I'd need to double check it.
You just
No,
mentioned
I
his
don't
name.
know off the top of my head. Soken, I
It
don't
could even
know.
be.
I don't know. I don't
Here, let me
know.
Google that.
But either way, just so much talent. Now you're gonna make all of the people viewing wait.
Uh,
It's just like
whatever.
your
We can talk
slow
about it
reply
later. But yeah, it
times.
could be.
Your
No, it
slow
says
reply time.
soundtrack album by Keiichi. I can't say this name. Kaiichi Okabe. So no, it's a different person.
Honestly, they are so good. Like seriously, Ori the Blind Forest, Near Automata, Final Fantasy 14. It's like those are instantly what come to my mind as solid,
Okay.
incredible OST games. Actually, I liked Witcher 3's OST, so good. But mind you, I am a sucker for that kind of music, so shocking. Anyhow, that's about all that I had to say. There's just so much that I'm looking forward to on FanFest, and I think that this is really a brilliant time, honestly, for anyone to get into the game and to really like get a taste of the community and just how big it is. Because I think that a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Final Fantasy has like a community, but it's just like it's like looking at some of the pictures, it's really surreal because like these like a lot of these pictures are like from old FanFests, and like remember these are in person. And like I have never been able to go to a fan fest in person just because I just haven't had the ability to, the privilege to. Unfortunately, never has been in the cards for me. But it's like the sheer size of even the people attending these events, and then you need to imagine like how many are watching digitally. It's mind blowing to me, at least I'll say.
No, exactly. I've never been to an event like that, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. You know, if I ever have some extra money and yeah, save up, go to Japan. I think it'd be a great week.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
And then we'd go to like the Moogle Cafe. I think that's what it's called. Oh my god, it has such cute food. It's just like some of the digital things. I swear we're not going to spend too much time on this. Oh my god, where did it go? No, I just had the digital things. Yeah, oh my god, the digital things. Oh no, I lost it. No.
Isn't it like the whale thing? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. Like you can buy like digital stuff, but I'm thinking
Okay.
digital
Yeah.
activities. Yeah, oh my
Oh,
god, they
okay.
have like Eorzea Cafe at home. They have artwork exhibitions, they have screenshot campaigns, States of the Realm. They obviously have the Moogle treasure trove of pageantry, which I have not covered on the channel yet, shame on me, but I'll do that soon. Time has just been scarce. But limited time group posts, frames, and stickers. I think that's gonna be cute. But why limited? No. No. I like more. Uznier challenge is gonna be super cool. I have horrible, horrible RNG, so probably not for me. But yeah, art. I think that the Eorzea Cafe at home is really cute. Like they actually give you like the recipes, and I'm like, oh my god, I will not be able to eat any of these cute things. Like they have giant beaver croquets, croquettes, croquettes. How do you pronounce this? Croquettes,
Or shit. I don't know.
crochets.
I mean, that.
Oh my god, I never clicked this, but they actually have like a YouTube video like showing how to make it. Oh my god, and
Okay,
it
there
has
it
like
is.
the housing OST. Sorry, I literally just clicked this right now. This was not actually planned. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. Croquets? Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, my French is lacking.
Is that French?
I believe so.
Broccoli.
They're cute though.
The broccoli. Did you go to 2 minutes in the video?
Oh yeah, let's do that. Okay, 2 minutes.
The
Ooh, the
broccoli.
broccoli.
What? It's evil.
I actually don't mind broccoli.
Ooh, demon. They're adding the little teethy things. Oh my god.
They are
What?
cute.
Oh my god, with the little eyes. That is so cute.
Yeah, it reminds me of like those like chicken Kiev things.
I love those. With like the oil inside with the like Parmesan cheese and like the little bit of
Yes, yeah.
parsley. I know you hate
Yeah,
parsley.
exactly.
Oh my god. Actually, I kind of want to even do a video like reacting to these. Oh my god, do you want to make these like in a few weeks, like when like the restrictions are down?
Absolutely. Can do
And
it.
then it
That'd
shows
be
them
fun.
on like this plate. Is that
Yes.
an asparagus plant behind them on the plate?
Hmm.
I think it's some kind of cacti and asparagus or something. I really think that's so cute. Oh my god, I love that. Oh my
That
god.
looks fun.
My sister would love the tonberry rice. Because she loves tonberries. Oh my god. Moogle honey toast. Okay, you know what to make me. Go to the recipe number 3 with the Moogle honey toast. Oh
That
my
looks
god.
good.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm impressed that they managed to get this like 3 minutes in length. That is so hard to get something that condensed. Oh my god, that is
Oh, the
so
little
cute.
Moogle's so cute.
They have
Okay.
like the little cutout, like the little bat cutout. Oh my god, that's so smart.
Looks delicious.
I see them like icing the like happy eyes onto that, and I'm like, you do not want to see me try and do that. It will become like some eldritch horror. I'm so
I, I,
bad.
I, I, I definitely don't have the skill to do that either. It would take a while.
Oh my god, I love this. Then they're adding the like beard to it. Oh no, they're not adding the beard to it. Oh no, they poked the little nosy and the beard.
Oh look, they got the mud pie chocolate plate. That's
The
basically like the.
rest, you know,
That reminds me of the
cherries.
mount. Yeah.
Oh, they're using a maraschino
Yeah.
cherry. I don't even know how to
Okay.
pronounce it in English. I just looked to the side and I'm like, oh, maraschino cherry. Those like cherries.
Oh yes. Looks good.
Oh my god, it's so cute. It has a
It is.
raspberry as a hat, dude. Oh my god. So this has turned into like me looking at a video. I am being. We should
We're,
stop
we're
this.
literally reacting about food now.
I'm so hungry. Oh, I love it. Mud pie chocolate plate. Please, we know it uses the ability feculent.
I don't want to eat that. Gross. You've just ruined it, Cole. You've just ruined the delicious chocolate dish. You've ruined it. You've ruined another good thing.
No, it looks so good though. Okay, I would actually eat this. It looks so good. Like, I love
It does look
this.
good.
Oh my god. Chocolate cake with, oh my god. Raspberry sauce with it. Oh my god, this is so fancy. Okay, we need to stop because I just realized we're still going on.
We are.
To
And
anyone who
it's
has
prob-
made it this far, you are like the like ultra super turbo mega fan. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. We just for anyone that is lost, we literally just went to like ARC cafe at home. Oh my god, that is so
exactly.
good.
If you're still listening, I commend you. You are a solid, good fan.
It is appreciated. Oh my god. Oh my god, this Ardbert Warrior of Light thing. Oh my god. That is so cool. Look at the drink at the bottom.
Mm, that that is
Doesn't
cool.
that look good? Oh my god. That actually looks so good.
On the axe and everything, that's really cool.
That is so cool.
The heck did they make the cookie look like that?
I don't know. I thought that it was just a cutout, but maybe you can like print. It's maybe like Dairy Queen, how they can like print those little things that are apparently edible. So maybe they did something like that. That technology is way over my head. I don't know how you made that edible. Like even how Dairy Queen does that. Like I have no idea how you do that. I think it's so cool. Like if I go to the Moogle Cafe right now, I'm feeling Moogle honey toast with the Feculent Flood chocolate plate with the Ardbert First Warrior of Light drink. Absolutely, those three, 100%. Oh my god, those look so good.
You look good.
What would you get?
After the blue dye, that looks good. What is that even?
Sky
Like a
blue
drink?
dye?
Or like,
I have used this in
yeah,
game.
yes.
At least I'm pretty sure I have because this I'm pretty sure I have.
Okay. It's like some like, oh, it's like some milk beverage. Yeah, that'd be cool. Look how blue it is.
Whipped cream, whole milk, water, heavy whip. God, could be really good. I don't know what it would taste like. I'm not sure.
I
Would
don't
it be
know.
like a drink or would it be more like a dessert cake?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Would it just get more solid, like a jello?
Maybe.
Machinist card behind it. I just looked at the video. There's a machinist card. There's the ranged DPS cards behind it. That did not go unnoticed. Sorry, we are fangirling
Yeah,
over
no,
this still. Sorry.
I think definitely the Moogle toast. That looks delicious.
Oh my god, I love it.
And then Yeah, I love chocolate, so I'd have to have the mud pie chocolate plate, and then either I might try the sky blue dye just to see what it's like.
See, I could not eat the giant beaver croquets. And the Tomberry omelet, omu rice,
I love chicken though, so that'd probably be good.
that would actually
They're
probably be good.
chicken, right?
Yeah, but how
Are
could
they?
you hurt the poor
Does it have
things? See, that's my issue with anything cute is I literally struggle to eat it. I understand because I've taught heard from like some artists that like make their food art that like it's like okay it's cute but I want you to eat it like because like the presentation's just a part of enjoying it and they want you to actually eat it but I'm like but it's so cute.
I know it's horrible.
I just can't do it. But
No,
sorry to
exactly.
everyone watching. We have literally just fangirled over food.
Yeah, if you can't tell, he hasn't been like out to a restaurant in like a year or so.
Oh my god, it's been painful.
That's what's going on right
Over
now.
a year. Over a year. It's been so painful. Oh my god, I literally want to just like sit in at like Boston Pizza, order like tropical chicken, and you know like those wings with the what do you call it? The oh my god, I can't even remember. It's like the honey garlic wings, and then have like that dip. I think it's like this peppercorn ranch. Oh my god, that would be so good. Oh yeah, with the cactus cuts. Oh my god, absolutely. And then bandier bread, absolutely. Even their salad is really good because it has like all those croutons. Oh my god. Ugh. Also the pasta. I don't know which pasta, but definitely a pasta.
Yeah, I love like their like ravioli there with the meat sauce. It's really good.
Oh my god, I've seen you have it. Isn't that what you had even today?
No, I just had like some fettuccine alfredo.
Oh. Heck, what are you even eating right now?
I'm eating Cheez-It crackers. They're delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're
Sorry.
the scorching hot cheddar variety.
Oh my god. We're getting
Yes.
too stupid. People are gonna be like, oh my god, what the hell is this content?
It literally just feels like a podcast now at this point.
Sorry, we are getting full stupid. But yeah, point is there is so much to FanFest and there's so much digital stuff. Actually, let's make it a plan to actually try and cook some of these things. Actually, I have some horrible ideas of my own with food like my family cooks. Like we have like a recipe called like wacky cake and
What is that like?
it has like no milk in it. It is literally just it is the most insane cake you have ever seen. It is so good. It's like a chocolate cake, but it's totally different. Oh my god.
Interesting.
Or like Yorkshire puddings. Oh my god. Yorkshire
Those are good.
puddings are so amazing. Mind you, like this man, okay, this is one thing that I have to say is like this man actually knows what that is, and I was like, oh my god, I have found the one. He knows what Yorkshire puddings
Yes,
are. Whereas like I've
they're
been with
good.
people before and they're like, what the hell is that? It's like I have ideas with Yorkshire puddings to make that into a monster from Final Fantasy 14 now. And anyone who has eaten Yorkshire puddings knows probably the stupid monster I'm gonna do. It's just gonna be so stupid. It's gonna be so stupid. I actually want to do this. Is this getting too memey? Like we're doing a full meme paradox. I was at first like, oh, I want to be prim and proper and give information and guides, and now I'm just like, I just did like when she has that drip as a short.
Exactly. Even right now, I'm just like, I thought we were just gonna go through this, just talk about,
I'm getting too
give
stupid. I'm sorry.
information, and now we're just having like a podcast where we just hanging out. Where we just hang out.
I just do
I
food.
love it.
Oh my god, I
Yeah.
can't wait. It's just a few more weeks, and then I can have you over, and we can actually make some things like this. Okay, we
Maybe we
need
can
to
start
actually
like
do it.
a food channel.
Yes.
Yes.
It'll be like disaster duo cooks.
Exactly.
Okay, but thank you everyone. Sorry, maybe we should stop it here.
Yeah, maybe. I think did we went through all this stuff, I think, eh?
We did. I just was going to the digital activities rounding out there, and then of course I saw the cute little beavers, and I'm like, yes, you're so cute. I actually didn't know that you could click those images. I mean, it has a pink play button at the bottom. I'm just stupid. Like for anyone being like, oh, he thinks he's so smart. No.
Easily distracted.
Easily.
Ooh, play.
It's like even right now I see like I think a black mage cosplay in a kitchen as a thumbnail and I'm like, ooh, clicks. Oh, that's a commercial. Work. Work. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, anyhow, thank you all for tuning in and thank you for dealing with our insanity.
Yeah, thanks for
We
listening, guys.
started on
We really
track.
appreciate it.
We started on track.
We did. So, I mean, if you made it this far, thank you very much. You are like a mega fan.
You are
Peace out.
perfect and beautiful and model. And don't forget
Exactly.
to lob a spinning Rothgar at that like button.
Yes. And double, triple Rothgar, maybe female Rothgar, that subscribe button.
Oh my god, that would be
Maybe.
amazing. Female
Yeah.
Rothgar at keynote, please. That'd be so cool. Oh my god, that would actually be so
Give
cool.
Rothgar and VR hats. Give them, please.
Oh my god, please. I got a beret the other day and I'm like, oh my god. Maybe I should do a short literally on that right now, but
I know, and you were literally just like, I don't even care that's like straight up like cropping through my ears. I'm glad I have a hat.
honestly, you know
Or
what? I am
cropping.
happy for any hat. I mean, if the developers ever think, oh my god, we need super high quality hats for Rothgars, no. No, I am super happy for like even the beret. Trust me, I am happy to have it. Anyhow, we're ending that
All right.
there. Oh my god. Thank you so much for listening.
All right. Thank you.